Don't worry يا مستر, don't worry والله احنا we all love you.
All right, and we said that PED. Why do we study this? Which is the function of the PED is that the companies, before changing the prices, before increasing or decreasing the prices, they want to know whether the demand is elastic or not, right? So the use or the application of the PED is that for the companies, they use it for pricing decisions. So they want to know whether giving a discount is good or bad decision. Is it a good decision or bad decision? So before we give the decision of increasing or reducing the price of the product, in this case, we have to see whether the demand is elastic or not. Why? Because we want to increase the total revenue. This is the first use or the first application. Number two is for the government. Remember, last trimester when we talked about the indirect taxes. So if the government decides to impose taxes on the cigarettes, is this good decision or bad decision? Well, the cigarettes is addictive product, unfortunately. So even if the government imposes taxes on the cigarettes, people would still buy it. So the number of the pack of cigarettes after imposing indirect taxes, it will not be affected by much, right? So if the price of the cigarettes increased by 20%, or let's say 15%, which is the amount of the value added tax or the indirect tax, in this case, the demand will be more or less the same. السعر بتاع السيجاريتس هيعلى ب 20%, but the demand would go down by, let's say, 5% or 10%. All right? So the government also wants to see the effect of imposing taxes on cigarettes. Will this really reduce the demand on cigarettes or not? And the answer is no, it doesn't, right? All right. So companies are using this for pricing decision. Government is using this in order to see.
Mister.
Just give me a second. Raise your hand before you talk. Effect of indirect on the demand for harmful products like cigarettes, right? Government also wants to check indirect taxes really reduce the consumption or buying or the spending on harmful products like cigarettes. Okay? Any questions?
مستر أنا كنت بس عايز أسأل في حاجة تانية.
Yes, go ahead.
عن البروجكت، هو إيه البروجكت المفروض أعمله؟
Project, okay. Asser, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Just remind me in the last 10 minutes before the end of the session, 10 minutes before.
هو البروجكت بتاع سمستر 1 مش ده.
Just remind me to talk about the projects. Yes, I will talk about this. I'll answer any one of your questions in the last 10 minutes.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Right. Now, let's see together in this, after this revision on the main points that we took, one of the main things also to consider is the PED coefficient. right? The value of the PED. We said that PED equals what? We have a formula for it, percentage of change in quantity demanded over percentage of change in price, right? And PED equals this, percentage of change in quantity demanded divided by percentage of change in price. Fine. Three possibilities. PED is less than 1. So PED is less than 1. This is the first possibility. Let's say 0.6, 0.6, 0.5, 0.4, all of these values are less than the 1, right? So when this happens, when PED is less than the 1, then this is inelastic. The product is inelastic, or the product has inelastic demand, right? What about the second possibility? If the PED that we calculated using this formula, PED is more than 1, let's say 1.2 or 2 or 3, then in this case, the demand is said to be price elastic. Right? The third condition, or the third possibility for the value of the PED coefficient, is that we have PED equals 1. Equals 1, it means that, okay, in this case, then the demand is said to be unitary elastic. All right? Fine. How many minutes left? 10 minutes have passed. طيب. Okay. طيب. All right, so now let's work on this problem. Let's assume that we have here in this table, we have information from a company which is producing vaccination and medicines, right? So, vaccination and medicines. So here we have price in dollars, and we have here the quantity demanded in units of vaccination. And let's say that the price, the original price, the old price, the old price was $150. The old price of the vaccination is $150. Can you see this? Okay, so $150. And the quantity at the price of 150, the consumers are willing to buy 20,000 units of vaccination, right? Now the company, what the company is thinking about is to increase the price of the vaccination. They want to get more profits. So they decided to increase the price from 150 to 250. We want to get more profits, so let's increase the price. Like, under this price, the new price, 250, we do market research. We expect that the sales for the company or the demand for the vaccination will be 35,000. Number one, we want to calculate the PED. All right. Number two, is it elastic or inelastic? And number three, is it a good decision to increase the price or not? So three things we need to figure out. We want to calculate the PED using the information here. We want to figure out whether the demand for the vaccination is elastic or inelastic. We want to say, or we want to give a conclusion whether this increase in the price from 150 to 250 is a good idea. So how can we do this? Yalla. What is the formula, ya Gasif, to calculate the PED? What is the formula for calculating the PED?
I don't remember, but I had in my notes. I don't have the notes right now.
You can just, you can just check the notes on the Learnovia. So PED equals percentage of change in quantity demanded over percentage of change in price. So percentage of change in quantity demanded over percentage of change in price. Fine. How can we calculate any percentage of change? Percentage of change equals new minus old over old times 100. Wahab. Wahab. Wahab, I would like to hear your voice. Okay, he left red. Safe. Where is the old price?
Mister,
Yes.
it seems Mohab is in the lesson.
Okay.
Maybe he's in the
Safe. Where is the old price? Where's
Mister, I can see the board. Yes, here. The old price is 150.
150? Okay, so 150.
Yeah.
Price?
Sorry?
Where's the new price? 250, right? So the change in price equals percentage.
Change in price equals
New
change in quantity demanded, which is 35,000 over 250.
Yes. 250 minus 150 over 150 times 100.
Yes.
We get the percentage of the change in the quantity demand, right? Right.
Yes.
Now the percentage of change in quantity demanded equals again minus
we
all.
subtract 35,000 minus 20,000 over over 20,000 times 100.
Times 100. Very good. Right. Then we need to find out the outcome of A and B, right?
Wait, I'll do it on the calculator.
Okay. Ruqayya, I'll answer your question related to the project. Where's Ruqayya?
I'm here يا مستر.
Okay, good. So then we divide the width. Then we find the outcome. We use both outcomes in order to calculate the PED. What if the PED is 0.6? 0.6. Then the demand for the vaccination is elastic or inelastic? 0.6. Less than 1.
حضرتك بتسألني
Yes, this is a question for everybody.
elastic.
Yeah, what if we calculate the PED, then we figure out the PED according to the calculation here is 0.6. So in this case, the demand for the
The
vaccination,
percentage of the change in price is 66.6.
yes, again,
66.6%.
this is for the change in the price, right?
Yes.
So this is going to be 66 or 67. And how much
Yes.
is the quantity demanded? Change in quantity demanded?
Sorry, I'm checking.
Quantity demanded there, 25,000 minus 20,000 over 20,000.
75.
Yeah, so 75. Oh, okay, right. So 75 over 67. Is this higher than the 1 or big or less than the 1? 75 over 67. Definitely higher than the 1. So definitely this is going to be elastic. Fine. According to this,
So if it's less than 1, it'll be inelastic.
yes. Again?
If it's less than 1, the fraction, if it's less than 1, will
If
it be
it's
inelastic?
yeah, if it's less than the 1, any change in the price would lead to a smaller change in the quantity demanded. يبقى الquantity demanded مش هتتأثر بنفس الكمية. But here, according to your calculation, we figured out that 75 over 67, this is more than 1 point something. So 1 point something, it means that the demand for the vaccination is price elastic. A small change in the price leads to much bigger change in the quantity demanded. Now, according to this, to the answer for question number 2, is it a good idea or a bad idea to increase the price? We said, since it's elastic, any small change in price leads to a much bigger change in the sales of the company. Small change
It's a bad idea.
of the vaccination causes the company to lose more sales, right? So is it a good idea or a bad idea to increase the price of the vaccination from 150 to 250?
It's a bad idea.
It's a bad idea. We're going to increase the price by 10%, but we're going to lose 20% in sales. So we're going to gain 10%, but we're going to lose 20%. يبقى في الآخر هنخسر. The total revenue بتاعنا هيقع. It will drop, right?
Yes.
Next time, we're not going to work on calculation. In this lesson, we worked on calculation in order to see how does the PED help the managers to study whether we reduce the price or to increase the price. Increasing the price here, it's a good idea, but reducing the price is going to be a good idea. We're going to figure this out using diagrams next time. Tamam? Right. Thank you very much, Asir or Kasir. Thank you, Asir. Sorry about that. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. طيب. So next time we're going to see, using the diagram, the effect on the revenues, both in the case of elastic demand, price elastic demand, and price inelastic demand. Ruqayya, this is not only for Ruqayya. This is for everybody who is missing assignments from trimester 1.
أنا الأسايمنت يا مستر بعتها لحضرتك.
بعتيها ليا فين بالضبط؟ Where did you send it?
لا عملتها في الرنوية لما قلت لحضرتك.
So you turned it under the missing assignments or where exactly?
In missing assignments.
اللي هي that I posted during the holiday, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr.
Now, okay, just let me
Mr.
answer Ruqayya. Let me answer Ruqayya. Okay.
بس أنا لسه لي البروجكت.
البروجكت اللي هو presentation.
أنا مش عارفة بصراحة كان إيه.
Let me share the screen with you quickly. طيب. All right. All right. Now, Ruqayya, can you see the screen for Lernovia?
Yes.
All right. Great. The first thing in week 1 and 2, you have this, where is it? Yeah, assignment, opportunity cost, economic resources. This is under week 1 and 2.
Okay.
Okay? You have 2 case studies, or you have one of 2 options, either to study the problem of Brazil hosting World Cup 2014. I'm going to share. Give me a second. Right. So this was the project that you're missing. Okay, either to choose this, the World case study, the World Cup case study, you have a number of guiding questions. On each guiding question, try to collect as much information, like what is the natural resources that Brazil has? It's on Wikipedia, it's on, you know, do not use Wikipedia, use more trusted sources. So what is the natural resources that the country has? Labor, what is the total number of the working population? Just search it, Google it. Right? Enterprise, what is the key information about the key business leaders from Brazil, right? Just do not copy, just summarize the data in bullet points. Tamam? Right. You have a link here. I hope this link will, you know, will let you watch a video on World Cup 2014. Economic impact on Brazil. Yeah, so using the example and using what we watched in the video, how is this related to the opportunity cost? How is hosting World Cup 2014 in Brazil resulted in an opportunity cost? Now the government decided to increase the spending on building stadiums.
مستر معلش بس
So how
هو
would
مش
this
ده لما احنا كنا حضرتك قايلين ان احنا نعمل جروب صح؟
Yes.
طب ما انا المفروض ان انا عملت ده، كنت انا وديما وعالية.
Okay.
بس انا ما بعتوش، بس كانت عالية اللي بعتته لحضرتك.
So I didn't see your name out there. Okay. So, okay, just double check.